Hello YouTube, welcome to my latest video. We're going to be taking a look at the Harbor Freight Central Pneumatic 29-gallon oil lubricated air compressor. I was in the market for an air compressor, and after doing a little bit of research and looking around, I couldn't find a better option with the specs that this unit provides. So if you're in the market to get a portable, quiet, but big enough compressor that will get the job done, this is really the best option out there. And once I open the box and I look at the actual unit, I was very surprised with the quality of this unit. And the attention to detail is pretty good. If you see, you have labels addressing safety, maintenance, and safety features of the unit. And I went to double check the electric motor. I just wanted to double check the manufacturer. In this case is Marathon Electric, which they're pretty good motors. And on this particular model, the motor was assembled in China. But once again, was not assembled in China. Now moving on into the compressor side, I was looking around to see if there's anything out of place, but everything was well put together. And I also noticed that the unit comes with oil already, so you don't have to mess with that later on. Also, I would like to note that the unit is full of heat sinks or fins. If you see on the right, that pipe goes right into the tank, so it's cooling the air as it's getting out of the compressor. When you take into account all these details, it just shows you that they put a lot of thought during the design process of this unit. They even included a sticker telling you the maintenance schedule of the unit. And this maintenance schedule is based out of hours of operation. So the unit included a hour meter, so you can keep track of your time. And the assembly now. The assembly was fairly easy. You just need to install the two wheels and the two rubber pads that go on the bottom. That's it. So after that, you have to break in the compressor. So if you read the instructions, it'll tell you that you need to open the valve of the bottom, the drain valve, and run the unit for 10 minutes without putting pressure on the tank. Also, I noticed further down the road on the manual, it tells you that you need to retie some tensioning rods on the head of the compressor. And they tell you to do that before you operate the equipment for the first time. So it kind of makes you wonder why they didn't include that instruction as part of the braking period also. And they're very specific as far as the range of the torque. They tell you between 22 and 27 Newton meter. So I decided to go right in the middle, 25. But my torque range is in foot-pounds, so I have to do the conversion. And with that information, you just go in with the torque wrench and dial in the foot-pounds that you need. In this case, it's 18.5, 18.4. If you don't have a torque wrench, you can do these manually. It's not really too much torque that you really need to put into it. Don't go crazy. It's technically just a check that the bolt is not completely loose. That's all. And once you have all that figured out, you just go in and torque the bolts. The very next step is a very important step, which you will see warnings all over. Make sure that you have oil on the compressor. So I was all set. I started the braking process, and 10 minutes after, we were good to go. Remember, during this period, the drain valve at the bottom, it's open, so you're not putting any pressure into the compressor. After the braking procedure is completed, you're good to go. You can start using your air compressor normally. I included a sound comparison between the oil lubricated unit versus my previous unit, which it was a Cobalt 8-gallon oil-free compressor. These units are very reliable and at the same time requires no maintenance at all. So let's see how they compared one to the other. And now the Harbor Freight. That's a big difference. And the video doesn't carry that well, But when you see the video representation of the noise, you can clearly see the difference between the two units. And now the Harbor Freight. So it's quieter, but you have to think about maintenance. You have additional parts that you have to care about. You have to do additional inspections. You have to change the oil on the unit. So if you're not really a good person when it comes to maintenance, that's something that you have to think about. On my particular case, I don't care really about the additional maintenance. I care more about noise. So for me, to get this unit was a no-brainer at all. Especially when you think about the price, the features that the unit come with, and the specs. It's remarkable how well they put this package together at this price point. So when I was doing my research, since my previous compressor was the Cobalt, I looked around to see what option they have. And I was able to find this compressor, which is slightly bigger. Instead of 29, this is 30 gallons. The specs on this model, they fall behind the Harbor Freight. You got 5.5 cubic feet per minute at 90 psi versus 6.4. And in comparison, it's more expensive than the central pneumatics. So I was thinking about, well, maybe the components are better. They have to be. But when you take a closer look, there's no heat sink. You see, the hot air goes directly into the tank. There's no heat sink. So that's not really an efficient way. I also checked the motor, and the motor is a marathon motor. The only difference I was able to find is that this one is assembled in Mexico instead of China. So the motors are very similar. The compressor itself, in my opinion, is better on the Harbor Freight because all the heat sinking that you see there, and also the pricing is better. So if you like my video, let me know. Give it a thumbs up on the video. If you have any questions, post the questions on the comment section. I'll be glad to help you guys for any questions you have. So thank you for watching.